Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into one of the most pivotal naval battles in history, the Battle of Midway. This is the story of how everything changed in just 6 minutes. Let's get into it. June 4th, 1942. Dawn breaks over the Pacific. The sky is clear. The ocean stretches endlessly in every direction. Somewhere out there, hidden beyond the horizon, two carrier fleets are hunting each other. The Japanese Empire controls half the Pacific. America is reeling. And in the next few hours, the entire course of World War II will turn on a knife's edge. 6 months earlier, Pearl Harbor burned. Battleships capsized. Over 2,000 Americans died. Japan's surprise attack shattered the U.S. Pacific Fleet in a single morning. In the weeks that followed, the rising sun swept across the Pacific like a tidal wave. Wake Island fell. Guam fell, the Philippines collapsed, Hong Kong, Singapore, Burma. One by one, they crumbled. By spring of 1942, Japan seemed unstoppable. Their carriers ruled the ocean. Their pilots were the best in the world. American morale was shattered. But deep in a basement in Hawaii, a team of codebreakers worked around the clock. They hunted patterns in Japanese radio transmissions, fragments, pieces, puzzles that didn't quite fit. Then in May, they cracked it. Japanese Naval Code JN-25. The intercepts revealed something massive. Admiral Yamamoto was planning another strike, a target designated AF. But where was AF? Commander Joe Rochefort had a hunch. He suspected AF meant Midway, a tiny atoll 1,400 miles northwest of Hawaii. To confirm it, he sent a message in the clear, unencrypted, claiming Midway's water distillation plant had broken down. Days later, Japanese radio chatter mentioned that AF was low on fresh water. Bingo. They knew. Admiral Chester Nimitz faced an impossible choice. He had 3 carriers. The Japanese had 4, maybe 5. His pilots were green, theirs were veterans. His ships were outnumbered. But he had one advantage the Japanese didn't know about. He knew they were coming. Nimitz positioned his carriers northeast of Midway. The Yorktown, barely patched together after the Battle of the Coral Sea. The Enterprise. The Hornet. He put every available plane on Midway itself. Fighters, dive bombers, torpedo planes, even ancient Brewster Buffaloes that could barely fly. It was everything he had. If he lost, Hawaii was next, and if Hawaii fell, the West Coast was wide open. The Japanese came with overwhelming force. 4 fleet carriers, Akagi, Kaga, Soryu, Hiryu, battleships, cruisers, destroyers, over 200 carrier aircraft. Admiral Chuichi Nagumo commanded the strike force, the same man who led the attack on Pearl Harbor. Yamamoto himself sailed with the main body, confident in victory. The plan was simple. Crush Midway's defenses, draw out the American fleet, destroy it, end the war in the Pacific. But Yamamoto made a fatal assumption. He believed the American carriers were still near Hawaii. He thought he had time. He didn't. June 4th, 4:30 in the morning. Japanese scout planes launch. Nagumo's carriers prepare the first wave. 108 aircraft roar off the flight decks headed for Midway. At 6:30, they hit the island. Bombs shred buildings. Fuel tanks explode. Marines fire back with everything they have. But Midway's planes are already in the air, racing toward the Japanese fleet. The American attack is a disaster. Torpedo bombers from Midway, slow, obsolete devastators, fly straight into a wall of Japanese fighters. Zeros shred them from the sky. Not one torpedo hits. Dive bombers come next. They miss. B-17 flying fortresses drop bombs from high altitude. Every single one misses. The Japanese fleet sails on untouched. Nagumo gets a report. Midway needs another strike. He orders his reserve planes rearmed. Torpedoes off, bombs on. His crews work frantically, pulling heavy torpedoes off aircraft, rolling bombs into position. Then, at 7:28, a scout plane radios in. American ships sighted. Nagumo freezes. Ships? The American carriers aren't supposed to be here. He reverses the order. Bombs off, torpedoes back on. His flight decks become chaos. Bombs stacked beside planes. Fuel hoses snaking everywhere. Torpedoes rolled out, then rolled back. His crews are exhausted. And his first wave is returning from Midway, low on fuel, some damaged, needing to land immediately. Nagumo makes his choice. Recover the planes first. Then he'll rearm properly and launch a massive counterstrike. It's the right tactical decision. But it costs him everything. The American carriers have launched everything they have. Torpedo Squadron 8 from the Hornet arrives first. 15 Devastators. Slow. Unescorted. They fly in low over the water. Japanese Zeros fall on them like wolves. One by one, the Devastators explode, cartwheel into the sea, disintegrate. 14 are shot down. Only one man survives. Ensign George Gay floats in the water, watching. Not a single torpedo hits. Torpedo Squadron 6 from the Enterprise, slaughtered. Torpedo Squadron 3 from the Yorktown, cut to pieces. In less than an hour, American torpedo bomber squadrons are annihilated. 35 planes lost. Only 6 men survive. The Japanese haven't lost a single ship. Their fighters are down low, chasing the last torpedo bombers. Their carriers are turning into the wind, ready to launch. Victory is minutes away. Then the dive bombers arrive. 10:17 a.m. Lieutenant Commander Wade McCluskey has been searching for over an hour. His fuel is nearly gone. He's about to turn back when he spots a lone Japanese destroyer racing north. He follows it. And there, spread out below him, are all 4 Japanese carriers. Their decks are crowded with aircraft. Fuel lines are open. Bombs and torpedoes are sitting in the open. They're defenseless. McCluskey doesn't hesitate. He pushes his stick forward. 37 dauntless dive bombers scream down from 14,000 feet. The Japanese lookouts scream warnings. Too late. The first bomb hits Akagi near the flight deck elevator. It punches through, detonates in the hangar. Torpedo warheads explode. Fuel ignites. Fire rips through the ship. Kaga takes multiple hits. Bombs smash into planes loaded with fuel and munitions. Secondary explosions tear the carrier apart. Fire spreads so fast the crew can't fight it. Soryu is hit 3 times in 3 minutes. Bombs detonate in her hangar bays. Fuel and ordnance cook off. The carrier becomes an inferno. 3 Japanese carriers destroyed. Not in an hour. Not in 30 minutes. In 6 minutes. The entire balance of the Pacific War shifts in 6 minutes. But the battle isn't over. Hiryu, the 4th carrier, wasn't with the others. She launches a counterstrike. Japanese dive bombers find the Yorktown. Bombs smash through her flight deck. She lists heavily. Her crew fights the fires, gets her underway again. Then Japanese torpedo planes hit her. 2 torpedoes. She lists 26 degrees. The order comes to abandon ship. The Americans find Hiryu. Dive bombers hit her again and again. She burns like her sisters. By evening, all 4 Japanese carriers are finished. Akagi, Kaga, Soryu, Hiryu, all abandoned, all sinking or burning out of control. Yamamoto orders the fleet to retreat. The invasion of Midway is canceled. On June 7th, a Japanese submarine finds the Yorktown still floating, under tow. Torpedoes finish her off. She sinks with her escort destroyer. But Japan has lost 4 fleet carriers, hundreds of aircraft, thousands of trained pilots and crew. They'll build new carriers, but they can't replace the men. Not in time, not ever. Midway breaks Japan's offensive power. Before Midway, Japan advanced. After Midway, Japan retreats. The carriers lost in those 6 minutes can never be replaced. The myth of Japanese invincibility dies in the flames. America will build more carriers, train more pilots, produce more planes. The balance has shifted, and it will never shift back. And that's the Battle of Midway. The day 6 minutes changed everything. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button and subscribe for more history content. I'll see you in the next one.